Hey, what's up, Logos Personal Finance students? It is Tuesday, June 23rd. What is it? I don't know, week 3 of term 6. Tomorrow's midterm, so we're almost halfway through the term, and it's June 23rd. We're almost all the way through June. It's hard to believe. Summer's just kind of flying by. June seems like it just started, and here we are almost at the end of June. We're on day 61 of this e-learning thing, so that's pretty amazing. But as we get towards the end of June, as we get towards midterm for term 6, thinking about July. And, in many ways this year is, different from any other year in any of our lifetimes. Among those ways has to do with tax day. Any other year of my life, and just about anyone else who's walking around's life, tax day is April 15th, right? You have to have your income taxes from the previous year filed by April 15th. Well, coronavirus hit in the middle of tax season, right? And so they extended that deadline, and so now it is July 15th. Tax day for 2020 is not April 15th. Like every other year, it is July 15th. So that's really only, like 3 weeks away? So that's a good time, I think, to talk about taxes, and that is the topic for our personal finance lesson today and for Econ Lowdown. So let's get right on to that. We'll go to our Blackbaud bulletin board first. Check the bulletin board. As I said, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 24th, is midterm, and then the day after that, Thursday, we have our weekly class Zoom meeting, right? This is the last full week of the school year, right? We have 5 days this week, and then we got 3 more weeks, and they're all 4-day weeks after this week, so that's pretty cool. But remember, no matter what, we have a Thursday every week for the rest of the school year, and pretty much every week. I don't think we've ever had, or it's very rare that we have a Thursday off. If we're going to have a day off during the week, it's usually a Monday or a Friday. So that's good news for us. We never have to miss a Zoom meeting. Every Thursday, same place, same time, 10 a.m. But other than that, same old here on the e-learning instructions. I just want to, again, remind you, if you aren't logging in to Econ Lowdown every day, please do so, and make sure you're logging into your Term 6 login, right? I know a lot of people have Term 5 login information because they were in this class last term. That ain't going to help you get the assignments done for Term 6. You have a separate new student code and password for Term 6. So let's go ahead and click on the link for Econ Lowdown. Use my student code and password, which I just go ahead and save it now. Look, right? I have multiple saved in there, right? Because I have my Term 4, my Term 6, right? I just got to remember, or my Term 5, 4, this is my 6 code, right? If I log into any of these, right? If I log into this one, what happens? Let's see. Term 4. That ain't going to help me, right? So I need to log out. But however you need to, save your passwords, write them down, save them in your phone. However, just make sure you're using that Term 6 code. And if you don't have your Term 6 code, if you forgot to save it, if you only have your Term 5 code, please contact me. Let me know. I can get that Term 6 student code and password to you like that. All right? Now we know we're in the right place because we see personal finance Term 6, right? And so we scroll down all the way to the bottom, just checking on my status and my progress for all the previous assignments, make sure we're all caught up. You want to see a grade or status submitted, right? Status graded. Got 100 on the pretest yesterday. How about that? Scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll always get to this link to these daily YouTube messages. And right above that, we have a link to irs.gov. Let's check out this link. We click on this link, it takes us to the website for the Internal Revenue Service. I just put this up there for your information, right? It's got a lot of information about taxes. IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, are the people who do the taxes for the federal government. And so this site is your portal to not only filing your taxes, but learning anything you need to know about filing taxes. It's actually got a lot of useful information. But even just to do your taxes, it's right here. Do your taxes for free. A lot of people don't know that. You can do your taxes online for free, right? You don't have to pay H&R Block or TurboTax or any of these places, if you just have one job and where you get a paycheck, right? And I mean, if you had one job last year, right? If you worked last year, if you earned income in 2019, you must file your taxes by July 15th, 2020, right? And the good news is you can do that absolutely free by clicking on that link at the irs.gov website. So if you haven't already done that, again, you got 3 weeks, no problem, right? You can still get it done. Or you can apply for an extension if you need more time. If you don't file your taxes, you don't get a refund, right? If you don't file your taxes and you weren't due a refund, but you owed the government money, you get in trouble, and they're going to charge you even more money. So you want to make sure you file your taxes every year by the deadline, which, good news this year, because of coronavirus, it's July 15th. They also have information about these economic impact payments. Again, you got to file your taxes to get these. These are stimulus checks that went out to most American adults. I know my family got them. Again, information about that. If you haven't gotten that, or if your family members haven't gotten that, direct them to the IRS.gov website, which I have went ahead and put a link right here on our Econ Lowdown. But right above that is the assignment for today. It's a reading Q&A. That means there's an article, and then there's a quiz to go along with the article. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So the last reading Q&A that we did, I think it was about investing in yourself, right? And talking about human capital and why people invest in human capital. Why do people go to school after high school, post-secondary education? Because it's an investment. They spend a bunch of money and time going to college, going to community college, going to trade school. They invest that money and time so that they can make more money down the line. Just like a company spends a bunch of money to buy a warehouse or a factory or hire new employees so they can make more money, right? You gotta spend money to make money, right? And if you make money, you have to pay individual income tax. So this article is all about recent changes. The income tax law changes all the time, right? It depends on who's in charge of the federal government. And when President Trump took over the federal government, he wanted to change tax law. And so he and the Congress got together and they made changes to the tax law. And that happened a couple years ago. And so now this article goes over what those changes are. So it's very helpful information, right? It's a little bit on the longer side, this article, but it's everything you need to know about individual income tax is in this article. So read through it, take a look at it. Talks about tax brackets, talks about how, different people based on different levels of income pay different taxes, right? The more money you make, obviously, the more income tax you're going to pay, but the higher percentage of your income you're going to pay in tax, right? That's what these tax brackets that they refer to are. And then there's a whole article on the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, right? Which made some pretty significant changes to the tax law, to how much people have to pay, and to, how much, different kinds of tax credits and tax refunds you can get. And these are important because, again, that's where the tax refund comes in, right? You need to understand the deductions and credits that you can get so that you can get your money back. A tax refund isn't free money. That's your money that you paid in taxes that the government's giving back to you. You overpaid in taxes. All right, so that's the article. Read through that. When you're ready, we got a quiz, so we click on this next button here. And again, this is a little longer, so if you need to take a couple days to work on this, go ahead. The good news is the quiz is multiple choice, right? Bad news is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 questions, right? Hey, that's a lot of points right there that you can earn. So look at it that way, right? This is a 16-pointer. Biggest quiz I think I've ever seen on Econ Lowdown. And it's all multiple choice. So take your time. The good news about these quizzes is you can start them and come back, right? It saves your progress. So I'm going to start it right now and then come back later. Let's look at number 1. In the United States, the authority to levy an income tax lies within the, I believe that is not the 10th Amendment to the Constitution. It's in the Constitution, right? Yeah. The president doesn't levy an income tax. The IRS collects and processes income taxes. They don't levy it. They don't decide. Remember, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Who passed that? The president and the Congress. Who gives them the authority to do that? Constitution of the United States. It's in there. All right, I'm going to do one more and then let you go ahead and work on it yourself. Number 2, taxable income, tax deductions, exemptions, and expenses are defined by the tax laws as passed by Congress and signed into law by the U.S. President. Those first 2 were pretty easy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and come back later. My progress has been saved. So I got those first 2. I see that it's saved. And let you go ahead and get started on yours, right? If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Take your time with this one. It's a long one. Don't rush through it. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Peace.